Welcome to Sex with Rebecca, a show geared towards relationships and sexuality that'll help you enjoy your relationships more than you ever thought possible. Send us your difficult questions and we'll bring you expert answers unlike anywhere else. Whether you're looking for more connection or passion, kink or better self-expression, we got you covered. I'd like to begin by answering an email that we received. Dear Rebecca, my boyfriend has a lot of inappropriate pictures and conversations with other women on his Facebook page. I told him that was disrespectful to me, so I wanted him to take that stuff down. He responded by blocking me. When we fought about it, he made it sound like he was doing me a big favor by sparing me the deets. Now my fears are worse than ever. Not sure how to handle this. Signed, Michelle. Michelle, I get why your fears are worse than ever now. It's the unknown, isn't it? In my work with trust issues, the thing that hurts people the most is the secrecy. Your whole world falls apart above and beyond that one thing, since your brain starts to wonder what else is the other person hiding. And suddenly nothing feels true or safe any longer. Point being, you need to discuss what it stirs up inside you and how it can hurt the relationship versus just telling him that it's all wrong, because that just becomes a disagreement around your points of view. Then, if you guys still can't figure something out, go have a sit down with a therapist who can discuss the whole real deal versus having a debate between different novice opinions. To our audience, if you have any questions of your own, do write us, especially if technology is killing your relationship. Speaking of technology, today we'll be addressing how it's shaped our relationships in this millennium, how to navigate through those changes, and so on with one of my favorite guests, media personality and author Jeff Moore. Welcome, Jeff. I'm so excited to have you joining us tonight.
I am very happy to be here. Can I make a comment, please?
Yes, go ahead.
Please.
I know you were just dying to when I was answering the letter.
That girl's name is Michelle?
Yes.
Michelle needs to break up with her boyfriend, if he really is her boyfriend.
I agree with you.
They're not in a relationship.
It's just not working out.
She's confused and has assumed because she's sleeping with him, they're in a relationship.
You're jumping ahead of me.
But okay. I know that that's what's happening.
No, I know what you're saying. She doesn't necessarily have to break up with him, but I think it's ridiculous that he's not appreciating where she's at. You'll get your chance. You'll get your chance. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Say it.
Break up with this guy.
Okay.
How dare you stay with someone who treats you like this?
Okay, I think that's what I like about you. You're really straight up. You're saying, how dare you stay with someone who treats you like that? Because a lot of times, people treat us the way they treat us with our permission, because we don't stand up to them. If they yell at us, we go, okay, I'm not going to say anything because I don't want to upset this person. But then we're upset inside, and one day it comes all out at once.
If your boyfriend or girlfriend has blocked you on Facebook, isn't that enough?
I think so.
What are you waiting for?
Exactly.
Do you want to go home and find panties in the bed? Do you need that? Or is that just, no, you're not allowed in my apartment now?
I get that. But I still think that they should talk about it, because maybe he really thinks that it's not a big deal, as some guys do. I'm glad you're not one of those guys. Some guys think that, okay, this is my history, I'm not doing anything, I'm just showing off. I agree, disrespectful and all that, and I'm glad you're not one of those guys, but I think they should at least talk about it instead of just breaking up.
I'd be running for the hills.
You'd be running for the hills, okay.
Like you couldn't get me there fast enough. Away from it. Okay, go ahead.
Okay,
yeah.
So we started off on a little bit of a negative note there. That's okay, that's all right, perfectly cool. That's why I like it.
I just have to speak my mind sometimes. It gets so bungled up in there.
What about some of the advantages of the electronic era?
People are busy. It allows them to communicate. It gives them more opportunity, but it also takes away opportunity.
You got it. It absolutely does. And I want to come to the negative part, but in terms of giving opportunity, one of the things that I'm finding is a lot of the really, really shy people, they may not be able to talk to you face-to-face.
Huge advantage.
But it's great. If they're doing it in a text, it's great, because then they don't have to, if the person doesn't respond or rejects them, they don't have to face that face-to-face humiliation.
But that face-to-face humiliation is a very important, I agree with you. The beginning process, especially for someone who's a little more timid, right?
Right.
A little more shy, has not been successful with women, right? And it gives those two people a chance to communicate on a different level. It's not
Absolutely.
Hey, that.
Yeah.
But you still have to meet that person.
Yes, you do.
But I don't think technology has really made it any more different than going to the bar. How things used to be, you get a couple drinks and you get liquored up, you go talk to a girl you never talked to before.
Yeah, you have liquid courage, but this sort of allows you maybe
liquid
to get the ball going. How about dating apps, like Bumble, for instance? What about that? Doesn't that help out?
If you're on an app
Yeah.
to meet somebody,
Yes.
you're on an app to sleep with somebody.
Isn't that, it depends on the app? Because some apps are supposed to be
Sure.
hookup
Yeah,
apps.
it depends on the app.
Hey!
All guys are on Bumble because they want to meet a quality partner.
I've heard of people that meet people on Bumble to meet a quality partner, as opposed to
Absolutely.
Tinder, where it's pretty direct.
I have friends who got married off of Tinder. A couple. So does it happen? Absolutely. Is a bad clock wrong twice a day? Of course it is. You know, but it doesn't mean that it's not.
You mean it's right twice a day?
That's what I meant.
Yeah, you got it
It is what it
backwards.
is. It is what it is.
Yeah.
You're on there for sex.
Okay, if you say so, but I have heard of people that are not there just for sex, and they've met people, and maybe, when they met, the chemistry wasn't there, so they decided to be friends instead of having sex.
The girl didn't like the guy, and the guy tried to stay around a little longer, and that's what happened.
It can happen in any other direction as well. So I want to talk a little bit more about some of the challenges too, because it does create challenges, but we're going to have to hold on to that thought. We're going to come right back to that. Still ahead, how social media has changed the landscape of dating and relationships. So don't go anywhere. Better yet, invite your partner to watch with you so we can help you address appropriate etiquette. Welcome back to Sex with Rebecca, geared towards making your relationships more robust than you ever thought possible. In this episode, we're talking about dating and relationships in the new millennium with media personality and author Jeff Moore. Jeff, we're pretty clear on which lines not to cross in the real world because of years of grooming. We're not so sure about the fantasy area and this new world in between the reality and the fantasy. So let's go to social media,
Sure.
where we don't kind of have rules, but we can still get pretty hurt. You were dying to say something. Go for it.
I think there's unspoken rules in social media that you have to abide by.
Such as?
Like, don't like your ex's photos 30 times.
I'm glad you said that, because there are people, they actually say, oh, I have to like his pictures, otherwise he's going to think that I'm so upset and bitter and heartbroken that I can't even look at his picture. I want to show him I'm okay with it, even when they're not.
He doesn't care.
Like.
Like, most likely he doesn't care. But can I, on this
Yes.
note, this thing, I have a lot of female friends who get angry with their boyfriends for liking bikini pictures.
Right.
They feel very insecure about that.
Right.
But then they themselves have bikini pictures on their Instagram account. This, to me, if you are upset about the
You're
attention...
hypocrites.
Thank you!
You're hypocrites. You're saying don't like other people, but I'm displayed for anybody to like.
This is why we're friends.
I know, right?
Because you can't get angry at someone for the same energy when you're attracting the same energy. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Or attention, right?
No, because I think that's a double standard. Absolutely not. So let's go to those pictures next. So let's say you're in a relationship, and obviously she doesn't want you liking pictures. But what about pictures that you may have from before? We sort of touched upon it. Pictures of exes or friends that look a little bit risque.
So friends, fine. We're all in moments. Things could be what they are. Would you wear an ex's jewelry?
It depends on the jewelry.
How dare you? So for me, whenever I break up with someone, to get on my social media profile, you have to be someone significant, because I'm not just gonna, hey, look at the girl I'm sleeping with this week.
Right.
I don't want to do that.
Good for you. So you're not showing off. You put it up when it's significant.
Yeah.
Okay.
Quiet pig eats the most, Rebecca. The quiet pig eats the most.
Sounds good.
Anyways, but the whole thing is, when you break up with someone, yes, remove those photos. They don't belong there anymore. Your new partner doesn't have to look back and, oh, you guys went to Niagara Falls too? We went to Niagara Falls.
I am so glad you made that point.
What are you doing?
I'm so glad, because sometimes people will say, why should I take that off? That's part of my history. But it's going to bite you in the butt too, because they're going to say, okay, you took her here, here, here. Either you didn't take me, or you took me to the same places. Either way, it's a lose-lose.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, you had no problem going out all the time for dinner with her? But look, we never go for and I'm sorry for that. That was a really negative voice. But the point is that all you're doing is opening up boxes that don't need to be opened up. Shoebox closed, delete, gone. If you need to hold on to that photo for your history, then save it and keep it like in a private space where only, But why do you need that?
Exactly. Why do you need that? Why do you even have to go there? So any other final word on that before I have a couple more questions for you?
No.
With respect to etiquette, social media etiquette.
I think just respect your partner and have your partner respect you, and if you don't do that, but also don't over broadcast your relationship.
Okay.
There's nothing more embarrassing than breaking up.
Okay, that overdoing it. Okay,
Yeah.
so let's go to when people are arguing in text. I think it's crazy
yeah.
because Dr. Mehrabian, he says that 93%, I think, of communication that happens is nonverbal. So, you know, it's a tone of voice, your facial expression, body language, la, 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 la. But when you're sexting, texting, and emailing, it's just words. They're 100%, so misunderstandings can happen. When people are sending text to me, if the text is like longer than your finger, save it for a conversation. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that 100%. And I think that's what's great about emojis, is that I think it's clearing up a little bit of space in terms of context.
Right.
But yeah, but I don't want to talk to most people either. Like,
Yeah,
is
true.
it my girlfriend?
Yes.
Send me what you need. Like, let's just go.
No, but what I'm saying is that we are talking about partners.
Yeah.
Like, don't argue in
No.
text. It's absolutely crazy. On the other hand, I
Yeah.
feel that if you have something to say, there's lots of people that'll say, I can't get my words out because my partner will shut me down and they will not even let me finish what they're going to say. So what I like to do, this is cool, write an email, but you have to be clear on the agenda. Do you want to voice an opinion? Are you trying to be vengeful? Are you trying to vent? What the heck are you doing? Just put on your points. Anything that doesn't meet the agenda, delete, delete, delete. Reread it to see how your partner's gonna take it, and then hit send. And don't expect a response. So that's a sort of a clean way of using electronic communication.
I've never resolved anything over text. So my girlfriend and I have a very important rule, and that is when the other person's angry at whatever you're fighting, we send a banana emoji. What that banana
So cool.
yeah, and it just represents, hey, I love you, I need some space, let me just chill out.
That's really cute. Because it has to be a word or
there's
emoji,
no
as you
meaning,
said,
it's a
that has no
banana. You know,
meaning
there's no
attached to it.
meaning, yeah.
Otherwise, if it's chill or I need time
Yeah.
or space, it has so many connotations attached to it.
But you both understand the meaning behind that, and then when you get that, you're like, okay, I got to give them space right now because nothing is going to get accomplished.
Nothing's going to happen here.
It's just going to make it worse.
We've covered a lot of great ideas on navigating through relationships in this new era. Still ahead, the impact of social media on relationships and proper etiquette to safeguard your relationship. You'll definitely want to watch that next. Welcome back to Sex with Rebecca, a show where we bring you expert advice on important matters to help your relationships be more intimate, exciting, and emotionally fulfilling. We've been talking about navigating the new terrain of relationships within the new millennium, thanks to technology, social media, and the new space between fantasy and reality. My guest this evening is media personality and author Jeff Moore, who's got his fingers on the pulse of such matters. Jeff, we've been talking a little bit about social media. Now, we wanted to cover creeping, and we were
Yeah.
talking about it during break. Can you please describe what creeping is?
Disgusting.
It's disgusting. Well, I didn't say
you know what happens?
how you feel about it. I think
Yeah.
we all feel it's disgusting, but what exactly is it?
I don't know what it is. It's a certain pulse or certain thing inside of someone that needs to. We're talking about exes, right? Creeping exes.
Yeah, usually it's creeping
Yeah.
exes, but sometimes people will also creep, like if they think their partner has left them for someone, or they think they might be cheating
Yeah,
with them.
yeah.
So, you know, you're hiding in there. Creeping, I guess it's creepy.
Why do you need? I don't. You
Why
could tell me-
torture yourself?
Why do you need these things? Why do some people need to be like always tortured?
I know. I totally disagree. Because
Yeah.
when you're going there and you're hiding and you're trying to see what are they up to, what are they doing, and
cares?
possibly, who cares? They're not with you. Cut loose, because your brain's going to think that somehow you're still involved with them and your brain can't get them out of your mind.
I have friends who have created fake accounts to follow their ex's new partner.
I've heard of that.
What is wrong with you?
I know.
And I don't mean that rudely. I mean, you are a beautiful human being, all right? You deserve much more than to be tortured about something you have no control over on someone who has not been right for you. You know?
Absolutely. And you know what I say? Okay, so let's say somebody dumped you, they cheated on you. It's a very, very painful thing that they did to you. But if you keep creeping, you're doing it to yourself at that point. Go, heal, recover, leave this person be. Why do you want them back anyways, right?
Because they rejected you, and because humans have some kind of weird thing that makes you want to love someone who rejects you for some
I
weird
wouldn't
reason.
want that person back. No, I think it's people trying to figure it out what happened.
But you know what happened? It didn't work. So you guys didn't communicate, and whether it's your fault or his fault, or maybe both, or whatever the story is, be grateful,
Be grateful.
right?
I like that. So one of the things that couples fight over a lot is secrecy around digi conversations. You know, like whether or not the phone sits up or down and
Yeah,
what's
you know
going
my
on,
rule.
all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
So you have a rule about that.
So many rules about that.
Yeah.
If your partner's phone is screen down always,
Uh-huh.
that's a huge red flag.
Okay.
If they can't go to the bathroom without the phone in their hand, that's a huge red flag.
Okay.
And the way you bust your partner on if there's something to hide is this. Let's pretend you and I are driving, okay?
Okay.
So this is, you ask, okay, so you think I'm cheating, right? And you want my phone.
Okay.
So what we do is you wait till you're on the highway with your partner.
Okay.
And then you say, Rebecca,
Can I borrow your phone?
my phone just died. I need to call my mom. It's an emergency. Can I borrow your phone? If any response other than here you go, babe,
Here you
comes
go.
up, if they go on the highway and they pull it up and they have to put in their password and then do something, that
That's
person's
not
cheating.
safe.
It's done. It's done.
Yeah, and it's not safe. They deserve a ticket.
Anything other than this is a cheat.
It's a cheat. So what about when these little things pop up and you can see the beginning of a text and you know that something has been sent to your partner that's inappropriate and they don't tell you? What do you do with that? Because lots of people really hurt and they'll say to me, I know the text was
That's
inappropriate.
not the right person.
Yeah.
Break up with them.
No, you can't just break up with
Yes, you
everyone.
can.
Okay, you're married, you have 2.5 kids, whatever.
Tell the kids your husband's
and
a cheat, leave 'em.
your partner,
Yeah.
what if it's her? And she's getting these
She's a
provocative
cheat, leave
texts.
her.
Shush. She is or he is getting some provocative texts, just the beginning, and they don't tell you, and you've seen it. How do you broach the subject there?
I have never just received a booby pic. I don't know if I can say that on TV or not. I've never received them without putting some pull in. No one has ever sent me something sexual without me doing a little digging to try to get some sexuality out of them.
So you're saying that they have
They're not just-
established some kind of a
Yeah.
comfort level with this person?
No one's just sending you a booby pic or a sex pic. That doesn't happen.
Sometimes people do, but there's some level of comfort there. Has to be. Not that provocative, but they may send you a flirtatious message. But yeah, you're right. They're not going to.
Why did they send you that message? Because they believed on some level that something was there that could be accomplished.
Absolutely. So real quick, how can people tell the difference between secrecy and privacy? You literally have 30 seconds. Go.
Can you go into their phone? Do you know their password? If the answer is no to both of those things, there's some secrecy issues.
And secrecy has to do with you. Privacy is something that has none of your business.
You shouldn't have to go in there.
Yeah, I agree.
But
if you're going, then there's something there anyways.
Yeah.
Thanks so much, Jeff, for your insights and helping us clarifying misunderstandings that can come up. Coming up, some hot new ideas where technology can actually crank up the heat in your bedroom. So don't go anywhere. Welcome back to Sex with Rebecca, a show geared towards making your relationships the best they can be, both in and out of the bedroom. In this segment, we're going to add to your repertoire of new fun things to try out by bringing you another line of toys by BMS. To present the line, we're being joined by Erin, Marketing and International Sales Coordinator for BMS Enterprises. Welcome, Erin.
Thank you very much.
It's always so great to have you bring these goodies to add to our sexual repertoire. What do you have for us today?
So today I thought I'd show you our brand new sort of upcoming line called Swan Touch. So
this is an upgrade on the Swan. This is even higher.
Exactly.
Awesome.
So
just when we thought it couldn't get better, right?
Exactly. We tried to incorporate brand new technology and tried to sort of stay innovative with our new line. So with these, they work using a touch sensor pad.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah. So scrolling up and down controls your clitoral speed, and left and right will control your shaft speed.
Isn't that amazing? You know, lots of people, they'll say that, people with disability or people with arthritis or just people who don't want to be reaching in there. And sometimes it can be really awkward. You're trying to figure a way of making it work, taking the intensity up or down. And it can take away from the pleasure. So when we're talking about delicate touch, you just touch the toy like you would your partner and off it goes.
Yeah, it works really intuitively. A lot of our feedback was that customers don't want to have to fumble with the buttons or accidentally change your setting. So with this, you know exactly what you're doing, and you have the chance to turn it down because a lot of toys don't allow you to sort of decrease your speed. It can only go up and then cycle through again. So with this, it's a very natural, intuitive response.
That's really incredible because that is one of the frustrating points for a lot of people, myself included, that here you are, you're just trying to make it a little more intense and you're fumbling, you're struggling. And then you say, maybe this is too intense, I like the previous one. And you can't bring it back because it goes through the whole cycle.
Exactly.
It can be really frustrating. So real quick, what's the other thing you have here?
Yeah, so this is just another one of the shapes in the line.
Okay.
We're known for our sort of unique style of shapes. So this one looks a little wonky, but it's actually perfectly designed for the female shape.
The G spot.
So this perfectly touches the G spot. And this is super flexible, so the clitoral will just bend right back and then drop down into place.
Drop down into place. That's awesome. Of course, you have these great ideas because you guys listen. You started off as a family business, and through retail, you listen to your customers, and you produce this incredible line by family-owned business. Wow.
That's
Thank you so much, Erin, for sharing the new line with us, and viewers for joining us. Be sure to tune in again next week, and don't forget to email us your questions and subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch up on missed episodes, watch your favorite shows, and to help us pass the word. Let's create a sexual revival in Canada, people. I'm Rebecca Rosenblatt, your host, wishing you happy, healthy, and passionate relationships. Until next time.